From raging village kid to getting his coconut smashed, then top 10 skills, becoming the abs titan, and now the ultimate mastermind of Attack on Titan, your boy Eren fricking Yeager. Attack on Titan Chapter 121 has really been a rollercoaster game changer for the Attack on Titan series. I've been mentioning for a good while how another colossal twist was coming up. Seems this is it. You got the Yeager brothers, Eren and Zeke, Ymir finally, plus the Titan realm stuff. And now time traveling too? After revisiting the Attack on Titan final exhibition, I think I got the Attack on Titan ending figured out. Which means this is actually going to be a two-part video series. An analysis of what this latest Eren stuff all means for the Attack on Titan series. And part 2, how will Attack on Titan end? That'll be fun. So go ahead and give a close thumbs up, and today's Attack on Titan video is sponsored by Crunchyroll. You may have heard of them. Crunchyroll has so much juicy anime available. You know that includes Attack on Titan Season 3. On top of this, the Attack on Titan manga release monthly. For the summer anime season, you got the amazing Demon Slayer anime ongoing. Potential anime of the year too. I am currently watching a lot of summer anime, so head over to crunchyroll.com/Foxen or click the link in the description. Get your awesome 14-day free trial of Crunchyroll Premium. And really, if you haven't seen Demon Slayer or Fire Force, a really great chance to catch up now. Sign up with my link so you can support anime you love, and also Jerry, that's me. Each click gives me one of those delicious, yummy jelly donuts. Anyway, jumping into this Attack on Titan analysis. So holy Titan balls. This whole chapter is a frigging game changer. Sorry basement, move over. But really, honestly, this is a ton to digest. Really, these last two chapters have really been setting an important foundation for how Attack on Titan will end. For part 1 of this video series, let's look at all of this detail by detail. First off, Grisha versus the Reiss family. I have mentioned in the past how this whole scene seemed weird, at least how it got presented. As the saying goes, there's always 3 sides to one story. Their side, your side, and then the truth. You got the raw version of events in Attack on Titan Season 3, conveniently no dialogue. You then got a fragment of Grisha's side after Eren kissed Historia, with the latest chapter possibly the truth. That is, assuming Eren wasn't using any Titan powers to alter the so-called memories. Here, you saw that doctor figure who loved kids hesitate at the very last moment to actually steal the founding Titan power. And then the twist dropped. Turns out it wasn't Kruger, but future Eren that was actually the puppet master all along, and just pulling poor Papa Grisha along to do his bidding. It was only through Eren's influence that Grisha finally got the push he needed to eat out Frida and make those Reiss pancakes. Second key, the Attack Titan true power. Yes, this thing finally got revealed. There's actually 2 important pieces, one which seems to be overlooked. First off, can you call this the Rebellion Titan? There has been speculation over the years about the Attack Titan's philosophy about moving forward. It really seemed to be this complete opposite to that of the founding Titan, or at least the Elden King's ideology, that the Attack Titan was a direct counter to it. Based on Grisha's thoughts on this, he seems to confirm that notion. If you think about it a different way, the founding Titan so far has been used to take memories. On the flip side, with the Attack Titan, you gain memories. How generous. And who knows, this might actually make female Eren a suitable candidate if Eren fails. Although, good thing that he won't. Oh, whoops, I'm getting ahead of myself. And then the actual ability and actual power besides rebelling. As Grisha so gracefully put it, the Attack Titan can see into the memories of the future Attack Titan holders, which in turn would allow the current holder to know future events. Not exactly totally seeing into the future itself, but a really good second best. Come on Eren, time to start buying some of those Titan lottery tickets. So yes, forget about Super Titan strength. Never mind lifting that boulder in Attack on Titan Season 1, or being able to heal rapidly. This Attack Titan special ability is to see spoilers once per turn. It is also completely unaffected by any founding Titan effects. Can you stay extremely overpowered? But actually, if you think about it, this ability by itself is not what's overpowered. Like most things, it's actually how the ability is used, combined with who is using it. So, Mr. Eren Yeager, how long have you actually been abusing this all-knowing power? Potentially for years and years? This naturally leads into the third key, Eren being this Aizen level mastermind of all things. How in the world did this even happen? Turns out, it wasn't Isayama writing this Attack on Titan story. Eren was just guiding him all along, whispering into his ear. Do it, Isayama. Make Levi go boom. Make the horse bite that girl. But seriously, all the previous Attack Titan holders have been able to see into the future, which in turn has led into future Eren's influence. This actually now gives us an explanation for 2 past scenes. Actually more, but I'll cover the other ones in part 2. The first one, the super infamous Mikasa Armin Kruger scene. The second, Mikasa Ackerman's powers awakening. You're gonna love this one. Turning back the clock for a second, let's go ahead and revisit Mr. Kruger on that fateful day. Recall Kruger giving Grisha some helpful advice. Be sure to find that little Asian girl and that blonde kid that's always getting bullied. Definitely attach your newborn son to them. Oh yeah, and if you could, why not name him Eren? You know, just to get some credit. But really, the actual translated line, if you want to save them all, Mikasa, Armin, and the others, carry your mission to the very end. This was followed by a confused Kruger. Whose memories could these be? Dun dun dun. Over 30 chapters later, Isayama has finally revealed that. So go ahead and pause here and keep that in mind. This constant theme about subtle stuff hinted at, and then fully revealed or expanded on later on. Isayama loves to do this. Fast forward to Attack on Titan chapter 121. Was Eren Kruger seeing Eren Yeager's memories via his Attack Titan power? That really seems to be the obvious explanation. But what if it wasn't Eren Yeager at all? A very similar line has actually appeared in the anime. Back in Attack on Titan Season 1, just when Eren, Mikasa, and Beskar Armin were about to get blasted, you heard and saw Grisha's flashback. If you want to save Armin, Mikasa, and the others, you gotta master this power. That of course referring to the Attack Titan, and hopefully the Founding Titan one day too. Notice how Grisha said this line just before passing the Titan powers to Eren. This final scene for Grisha actually holds an extra level of significance now, really due to it being excluded from the Yeager brothers' trip down Titan memory lane. Hopefully they get back to that. So, did Grisha unknowingly send memories back to Eren Kruger? Or did Kruger see the memories of a different Attack Titan holder? Going based off of the latest chapter, could Eren have been in this very scene, just feeding Titan memories into Kruger's coconut? Which would actually be similar to how Eren was seemingly influencing Grisha. Stand up and eat the Reiss family. Let me give you my takeaway. Naturally, I'm not discounting the other possibilities, but I am leaning towards Eren Kruger mentioning this via future Eren's influence, really just to give Grisha a head start. Next up, the scene of young Mikasa awakening her powers, going back to the day that not only young Eren saved young Mikasa, but also the day Eren activated her. Here you had Mikasa's Ackerman bond awakening, which had Mikasa latch herself onto Eren as her host. It is kind of fun to see how the scene from back in Attack on Titan Season 1 is still massively important to this day. It's actually been referenced quite a bit lately. You had Mikasa having her trademark headache when trying to recall the scene after confronted by mini Mikasa. Just recently, Zeke and Eren got to revisit the actual scene, which did include young Eren wrapping a scarf around little Mikasa. Aww. But you might be wondering, why do I even bring this up? Post time skip, there's actually been a third reference to this scene. And yeah, some of you guys know that I brought this up in the past before. And finally, this Titan puzzle piece makes sense with the latest Titan realm convenience. After the successful attack on Marley initiated by Eren, Mr. Freedom got thanked by getting a one-way ticket to confinement. Some of you will recall me bringing up the Eren mirror scene a couple of times in the past. You got Eren yelling, "Fight, fight." This included his infamous line, "If you don't win, you die. If you win, you live. If you don't fight, you cannot win." This is actually word for word the exact line that young Eren told Mikasa as he was getting that Bart Simpson neck hug. I should clarify a few things about this. Neither of the original Japanese texts specified you or we. Just to double down, in the original Japanese text, Eren said the exact lines. "Katenakia shinu, kateba ikiru, tatakawa katenai." Unlike the previous Grisha Kruger example, this was actually word for word the same. It now feels like one piece of the Titan puzzle has been put in place, plus a bonus new piece revealed. The puzzle piece? Why Rogue Eren was talking to himself via mirror in the jail scene. Oh, mirror, mirror on the wall, please give young Eren this message. Via the Attack Titan power, young Eren was able to see future Eren's message, "Fight, fight," and thereby creating the Ackerman bond between Eren and Mikasa. And really quick Titan side note, I know some of you are already typing, but Jerry, Kid Eren wasn't even a Titan yet. For this, I'll just mention I think you're forgetting about something. From what you know about the Titan powers, a really quick explanation for this would be paths. All Titans and subjects of Ymir people are connected to the coordinate. Titan shifters are very likely connected to themselves. In other words, Eren Kruger has always been connected to Grisha, who has always been connected to Eren Yeager. The Rage Boy Eren then has been connected to all versions of himself. Kid version is connected to Scout Eren, who is connected to Man Bun Shirtless Eren. It was all possible via Titan paths, which transcend time and space. But anyway, back to Eren influencing his past self. Why would Eren want to influence young Eren? The answer is easy. It was to create the Mikasa-Ackerman bond with Eren. I don't necessarily think that Mikasa needed to create a bond with Eren, but future Eren wanted Mikasa's power to awaken. Keep this Mikasa puzzle piece in mind. This will be important to the end of Attack on Titan Part 2 video coming up. The fourth key, Eren smooching on the queen. As soon as Eren kissed the blonde queen's hand, the guy totally changed. The anime really made this more noticeable via Eren's changed expression, especially when they finally got to the ocean. You saw Eren revisit the Grisha memories from the Uprising arc, except now Eren was given more of his father's side. The anime made it really clear that Eren was reliving those events, just feeling how Grisha felt at the moment. Post Attack on Titan chapter 121, it now feels like you got this Fullmetal Alchemist moment. Eren has seen the truth, not only about what Papa Grisha did on that day, but the grim future to come. And that really should be the question you should be asking yourself. How much did Eren see? This ties into some of the other key points. Going back to Potato Girl Sasha's death for a moment, this chapter now gives new insight into Eren laughing. Naturally, how someone deals with the loss could vary so much depending on the individual. After Uncle Hannes died, you witness Eren cry laughing. I referred to this before for Eren's reaction to Sasha's death. Post-Titan Realm stuff, it now feels like there's more to that Eren scene. Eren had already seen more than a few deaths coming up. Unfortunately, Sasha's tragedy now confirms certain future events to have been accurate. Keep this in mind. Key number 5, Zeke will fail. Straight from Grisha himself. Sorry Zeke, you're destined to fail. You've always been a failure. Which, to be honest, will be surprising to no one except Zeke at this point. I mean, Isayama has already shown you the final panel. Sorry Zeke. The sixth key, Grisha pleading to Zeke. This actually ties into the previous point. Grisha has already seen that dark, grim future coming. Something tells me that a bunch of giant red men are involved. On the flip side, it now feels like Grisha, having come this far, regrets seeing this future for Eldia achieved via Eren's plan. Zeke, you gotta stop Eren, even if this perhaps means that Eldians won't come out on top. The seventh key, Eren ending the Attack on Titan story. Building on these past 6 pillars, this actually might be the most important one. Eren has now found that correct rule line. That one feature in 14 million plus possible ones. In other words, a victory path. I do make that Avengers reference for a good reason. Much like a certain purple fella, seems like Eren has become inevitable. And as of the latest chapter, you got the terms time travel and time loop that are getting tossed around more than ever now. It really isn't hard to see why though. I'll be touching on this a little later. Getting into the actual details, via the Titan Realm stuff, you were able to see future Eren being the true reason that Grisha acted as he did against the Reiss family. Grisha at this point has seen the various future Eren memories. Eren, then at the time of the Historia kiss, was able to see Grisha's memories, which also revealed to him future Eren's memories, and by extension, future events to come. This point is extremely important. Eren saw Grisha's memories, which allowed him to see future Eren's memories, which allowed him to see future events to come. You may be asking yourself why. Why does it matter so much? Bum Eren in the past actually hinted to why. Back in the Marley arc, when he had Bum Eren tricking the little boy into helping him. During this time, Eren noticed the broken soldiers. They had ruined bodies, they were totally messed up mentally, essentially their freedom taken from them. Eren noticed something pushing them along, leading them into this hell. Let's go ahead and interpret this a little bit. Swap this hell concept with unknown future, just to get this much better understanding. Eren points out how for some of them, this choice wasn't from their own will. It was either forced upon them by others or their environment. On the flip side, this unknown future being achieved by someone who's pushing themselves via their own will, this is different. They're able to see this actual future beyond the unknown. Perhaps it's something hopeful, perhaps it's something worse. Eren then naturally circles this around to himself. The only ones who know are those that keep moving forward. Really great stuff right here. For now, one of the more important parts is Eren admitting that he does not know. Eren at this point in the story doesn't know about this unknown future. Fast forward to the end of the current chapter, Eren actually thanks Zeke. Previously, Eren didn't know what was ahead, but now after going into the Titan realm, Eren has been able to see the path. This victory route only made possible thanks to Zeke. Thank you, Oni-chan. This goes back to the past Eren seeing his future self inside of Grisha's past memories. So, has Eren been in control of the Attack on Titan story this whole time? Grisha in this moment saw future Eren's memories, which influenced him to take the Founding Titan, which would eventually lead the way into the current Titan realm stuff with Zeke. In other words, Eren, via the Attack Titan's power of seeing future memories, was able to get to this point, all for the purpose of rebelling against that pesky king's ideology. The Attack Titan power to see the future is truly overpowered. Except wrong. It's all a lie. The Attack Titan power isn't to see into the future at all. I could already hear you screaming, didn't Grisha just say? The thing is, I think a lot of you are taking this as fact from Grisha. But really, if you take a step back and reread, you had Grisha putting the pieces together at that very moment when confronting Frida. From Grisha's point of view, oh, I see, this must be why. The Attack Titan never allowed me to use its full power? The Attack Titan holders have also always rebelled. It must have been for this very moment to fight against the Eldian King. The actual Attack Titan power seems to have only been used by Eren Yeager so far, which is not to see future memories, but instead to send specific memories back to any Attack Titan holder, including Eren himself. It's also within the realm of possibilities that this could not be a unique Attack Titan power. Eren Kruger suddenly knowing about Mikasa and Armin? Something awful must have happened. So you got Eren Yeager giving Papa Grisha a head start by influencing Eren Kruger. A young Eren about to die? Why not send memories back to influence young Eren? Activate that Ackerman sitting right next to him. You'll then have the ultimate guardian sleeping right next to you, only second to Levi. Then Grisha, oh great papa, so you can't smash some kids. How about I remind you exactly why you're even here? At no cost, here's some extra motivation. If you actually take a look at the chapter, Isayama makes it very clear Eren was using the Attack Titan powers here. Just look at Eren's eyes here. Which, by the way, I do have to address as Eren eye shot too. I've seen so many people get this confused with Eren using the Founding Titan powers here. Except, these aren't the Founding Titan eyes at all. If you look back in the past, Isayama has a very distinct way of drawing the Founding Titan eyes. They're much darker for one. It has been pretty consistent since the Uprising arc. You even have a reminder what the Founding Titan eyes looked like in this very chapter from Frida. If you compare Eren's Attack Titan eyes with Frida's Founding Titan eyes or any of the other ones, they don't match one bit. And going back to Eren and Zeke in the Titan room, you got Eren mentioning a path being open thanks to this. The question now becomes, why did Eren even need to come here? The current Eren should be able to send memories back to the Attack Titan holder. There still is this question about what level of control Eren really has over this. For example, how many memories, how many times, any other restrictions. But one thing is clear. Thanks to the Titan realm via the Founding Titan powers, Eren was now able to see exactly to which point in time to send memories back, and hence influence his father. It was all thanks to Zeke. Eren has now cleverly made himself into this devilish being able to control everything. You thought it was Isayama in control of this story? Nope, it was Eren this whole time. Alright, so wait up a minute. Part 2 is coming up, and I know some of the stuff here can be pretty confusing, especially when you start throwing time travel and possible time loops into the Attack on Titan mix. One of the outstanding problems, Grisha should have stolen the Founding Titan without any Eren influence. Not to mention there's so many other things that should have happened in the story without Eren influencing it, just to get to the current point in the story. There's also the issue that actual time travel almost feels like a cop-out from Isayama, since time travel fixes everything.
Time travel! What?
I'll just say, I believe in Isayama. I think I got this figured out. And more importantly, I think Isayama has this figured out. At the moment, I got two very realistic ways that Attack on Titan could end, and also a third option that's less likely. To get to the end of Attack on Titan, this part 1 was needed first. I'm expecting part 2 to be pretty long, so look forward to that. But let me tease you a little bit. Eren is not the devil. Mikasa, oh, she causes problems. And you're wrong about the time travel / time loop stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and give some colossal love to our sponsor. Get your free 14 days of juicy anime. Be sure to sign up to Crunchyroll via my link to support the channel, and it really does help. They really allowed me to make this super in-depth video like this one, and the one coming up soon. Honestly, I think I rewrote this video so many times. So, part 2 is coming up, how Attack on Titan ends. Honestly, I'm probably overthinking it, but at the same time it feels like that perfect bittersweet ending. Eren's endgame is coming up. Anyway, if you got your own endgame scenario or thoughts, definitely share them down below. Show some colossal love to that like if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more juicy anime videos. There's like 1 or 2 other anime videos coming before part 2. Look forward to those, and I'll see you guys later.